Hello, hello. Before we get started, let's just start off with the little announcement thing. Sorry, I've been in the starting student screen for so long. I kind of forgot to do something. Oops. Anyway. Whoops, wrong one. I haven't streamed in like what? A week? 2 weeks? I don't remember anymore. I forgot how to stream. Oh, hell no. Hello, hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, ask Crackadown, whatever time zone it is. I hope you all have been having a wonderful day so far. And as you can see, that was the announcement. I am dropping my very first cover on June 25th! Wah! At 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Yeah! I've been cooking! I'm not gonna lie, I kind of finished up everything like yesterday. I had like a whole last month to do it. I finished it yesterday. How's it going? It do be going. It do be going. Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much like started that like wait, I think I got the thing commissioned sometime in March, but I didn't actually start till like May, early May. But I guess I still got it done anyway. Worst case scenario, I could have finished it on the 24th. I could have finished it at the very last minute. I could have finished it like 10 minutes before the actual release date. But no. I was diligent this time. I got it done like a week early. 7 days early is good. Yes. It's a new record. This is not like my schoolwork where I just wait until the period before the homework is due. Because this one actually required a lot of video editing. Well, not a lot, but like basic stuff. But it's using a program that I haven't used before, or I haven't used as much. So I've just been learning as I go. Because the program that I was using before, it didn't have a lot of stuff. It didn't have like a lot of assets that I need. So I just switched over to another program. So I've just been learning from scratch. Just gonna do it the evening before. Wow, must be nice. I just wait till the last minute. It's funny because there was this one project for psychology. It's the Human Lifespan Project, where I basically have to interview people from different stages of. Wait, what button was that one again? I forgot. Oh. I forgot what button I had that set to. What? Nope, that's mustache. Oh, nope, that's something that I forgot. Nope. I forgot. There it is. What did you get from leaving us? Oh well. Damn, I gave my chat abandonment issues. No. So anyway, Human Lifespan Project. Yeah, I had to basically interview people from different stages of life, like, you know, toddler, kid, teenager, like adolescent or whatever, young adult, elderly, something like that. And I basically just asked them like a bunch of questions about like life and all that stuff, what they learned or whatever. I didn't interview shit, okay? waited till the last minute and basically just made up a bunch of fake people and interviewed those fake people and used them for my research paper, and I still got a B on it, so fake it till you make it. How the fuck you interview a toddler? You know what? If they can talk, then it's fine. If they can have like a decent conversation, because you know, having conversations with a little baby who's learning how to talk is very entertaining, and you know, the things they say, man. Children are fascinating. But no, I don't think we had to interview a toddler, but like a little kid at least. And luckily for me, at the time, my baby brother was still a little baby. So I think he was still in elementary school, so he was within the age range. So I was just like, okay, I don't have to find myself a random kid. Cool. Yeah, because I think it was that time where it's like, I interview the baby brother, the middle child brother, and my bestie, who all fit within the age range that I needed to interview. Anything beyond that, I pretty much just made those people up and used my imagination and, you know, character design skills to use. How do you get a B on a human lifespan project without having to interview people within the lifespan? Just make them up. You gotta fake it. You gotta pretend that you're them, and you just put it on paper. How is my teacher going to prove that I've interviewed actual people? Exactly. You gotta make it convincing enough. Interviewing old people? Interview old people? You gotta, on paper, make it sound like you actually interviewed an old person. You gotta embody the old person. Interview a young adult? Just become the young adult. Wish you all that French parents don't know English grandparents for long gone. Honestly, we just have to interview someone. It doesn't even have to be family members, so we can just go up to like some, like, I don't know, a librarian or a teacher on campus or something, be like, hey, can I interview you for my psychology project or something like that? But yeah, being me, I don't like talking to people. I don't like going up to people, be like, hey, can I interview? That's why I'm not a reporter. That's why I've never ever considered becoming a reporter. I'm socially anxious. I'm socially awkward. I don't like that stuff. So so being the introvert, the artist, and the writer that I am, I just made people up and made it convincing. I just gotta act like I'm writing some kind of novel or something. And lo and behold, passing grade. On a research paper. Because we love research papers. I forgot how many pages that thing was. I think it was like 8 pages. Yeah, I think we had to do like 8 pages. I don't remember. But yeah, I got like 8 pages worth of faking. Don't let my teacher see this. You said that this is something we can't do at the last minute. Well, guess what? I did it at the last minute. Take that. You should try having cottage do yours in a bit. Oh, it was really fun. It was really fun. I actually already have like a story before we even went on our trip or something. Because it's like, hold on. I know I took notes throughout the days. I was only gone from like Wednesday to Saturday, so like half a week. But so like on Wednesday, that's the day that we basically leave, right? So before we even left the house, I was pretty much like waiting for a package to come in because, you know, this is America. I'm paranoid of leaving a package out there for a long amount of time, and my dad wouldn't be home until late at night. So it was just like, you know, I'm waiting. I'll just wait for this. So then the package came in, right? But here's the thing, I thought it would be dropped off at the front door, but apparently it's the type that goes into the mailbox. Then I'm just like, okay, had to go to the mailbox and get the package. Is it like in a little envelope or something? I mean, the thing I ordered looks like it could be put into a little envelope. Sure. It was like a day where I sleep at a decent time somewhere else. Good luck on the exams, oh my god. And then, I went to the mailbox, opened it up, it's like, it's a friggin' box. And I was just like, oh shit. Ah, crap. And the box, let me tell you, that box literally fits snugly into the mailbox. Like, it just fits perfectly in there like a puzzle piece. And here's the thing with our mailboxes, right? The package can easily slide in through the back, but the way the front was built, with the little, thing on the side that pretty much, like, holds the lock there or whatever, you know, that part? I couldn't get it out! So I was just standing there being like, what the fuck? How am I... Mail lady, excuse me. Huh? Excuse me, do you not realize, have you never had a box like this in your mail? Have you not realized that I literally couldn't take it out? So I was just standing there like, ah, shit, what am I gonna do? And then luckily for me, one of my neighbors who was coming home from work and was coming to get the mail, saw me struggling and offered assistance, and she pulled out a fucking box cutter from her pocket and helped me, like, cut the box out, and just like, oh, thank God you were here at the right time. I think I would have died. So I am so thankful that my neighbor was coming home from work right then and there. Because I wouldn't know what to do. I think I would have just left it there for my dad to handle when he gets home, and then I would feel very bad. Thank you, neighbor lady, for having a box cutter in your pocket. I don't know why she had a box cutter in her pocket, but you know what? I am not complaining. It got the job done. A nice neighbor, yeah. I'm not a big fan of my, like, next door neighbors, like the one who are, like, directly right next to me. But, you know, the other neighbors in the neighborhood are pretty nice. I would just walk fast, try to pretend I don't see. Oh no. That's what the neighbor in front of me was doing, because that neighbor was just working on the front yard. She saw me struggling. She saw me just having a crisis right there. She didn't do shit. I'm pretty sure when the nice neighbor lady came and helped me out, that neighbor who was working on her front yard was just staring at us. She was looking at us. I think she was entertained by this, and I'm just like, bro? Excuse me? Very nice. I don't think there's such things as 100% nice neighbors. I don't think there's such thing as a neighborhood with all nice neighbors. There's just gotta be a few of them. There's always just those few. If she didn't have a box cutter in her pocket, she could have at least offered some form of assistance. Her house was right there. Her house is like in front of our mailbox. Because, you know, with the mailbox, it's like a communal kind of mailbox where there's like a one big mailbox right there for the houses around it, and then another mailbox some houses away for the other few sets of houses and all that stuff. That's how our mailboxes are. But still, come on, lady, could have offered something. Maybe even, like, I don't know, moral support. Be like, come on, you can do it. But nope. She was staring. She was just staring. And because I'm, like, very socially anxious, awkward, and all that stuff. I don't like it when people stare. I felt so uncomfortable because she was just staring. It sucked. It was scary. Babies because of this? Okay. Staring from babies? I don't mind. Because they're just babies. They're cute. Well, at least I think they're cute. Do I want one of my own? No. But I still think babies are cute when they're not crying. It's just... But when, like, anyone other than a baby stares, I get so uncomfortable. I get so uncomfortable when anyone else but a baby stares. Or a dog and a cat. I don't mind if animals stare at me, you know, unless it's the kind that are predators and are literally finding an opportunity to jump me and maul me to death. But we don't talk about that. Can't even make eye contact for half the time. Oh, same. I don't know. For some reason, when it comes to children, when they stare, I stare right back, and we have a staring contest. But when it comes to anyone older than children, I get so uncomfortable and I cannot maintain eye contact. I guess I'm just more comfortable with children. I don't know why. But yeah. I'm trying to intimidate children. Yes. I gotta show them who is superior. I am older. I have wisdom. I've got the wisdom from the god and the animes. Anyway, so that was pretty much before I left, right? Just to show domination. Yes. Yes. So then we left. We finally, like, after I got my mauled up package out of the mailbox, we leave the city, and then we make our long road trip down to LA. We love LA. It's so crowded. The traffic is great. We love it. And then that's pretty much where I will pull up some photos. Because I did take some photos, I didn't take a lot, because I keep forgetting, and I was pretty much just enjoying myself at the moment, so I don't really take a lot of photos when I'm on trips. But when I do, I take photos. Hold on. Da 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 da. Oh wait, move. I gotta move. So, the photos that I take are mostly food. They're mostly just foods. Because, you know, when you're on a trip, you wanna try out some good foods. So, on the first day, once we checked into our hotel and stuff, we were hungry as hell, and it was like past our dinner time, so yeah. So, we got, for dinner on Wednesday night, we got pho at Mr. Pho. It was really good. It was really, really good. We got a large bowl because we haven't eaten anything all day, and oh, let me tell you, this place they're very generous with the noodle to soup ratio. Because with other places, it's mostly soup and not a lot of noodles, but this place, it's so much noodles, bro. But yeah, that's like a lot of bean sprouts. I love bean sprouts. They're so good. And then like, we got like the basils and all this stuff. I used a lot of sriracha this week. Oh yeah, the hoisin sauce and the sriracha. Yeah, it's all underneath all the garnishing and all this stuff. And yeah, I put a lot of it. It's so good. I feel like I have to Yeah, good luck, happy Thursday. Thank you, thank you. Happy lurking. So yeah, we have pho. This is like a large bowl of pho ba. Like beef pho. It's so good! Stay straight, but I'm bi. I'm only half straight. Anyway. So yeah. It's that. It was really good. I would highly recommend this place if you go to LA and you're around like the Disneyland area where like all the hotels are. This is really good. It's like within walking distance. I think it only took us like 20 something minutes to walk there. Let's just say we rarely ever used the car when we were there because a lot of things were within walking distance, like 20 something minutes away at most. So we just walked there. We gotta get ourselves hungry by walking to the food place, eat our fill, and then walk back to the hotel to burn them calories. Let me tell you, that walk there was so freaking nice. Anyway, we go back to the hotel, we slept, and then, wait, before that, I gotta talk about the hotel. Because there are some stuff I'd like to say about that. Was it hot? Surprisingly, no. The weather down in LA during that time was not that hot, surprisingly. It was actually very nice. Like, it stayed within, like, the 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit range. Only peaked at, like, maybe mid-80s. So I was pleasantly surprised. So anyway, I've got beef with the hotel showers, right? Well, it wasn't really a hotel that we stayed in. We stayed at an inn. But whatever, it's a place we stayed in anyway. I have beef with the showers there. You know why? Because when I shower, I like the shower head to be like strong so it feels like it's hitting my scalp and is like reaching my skull and all the stuff. You know, it's like jet mode on a hose. I like my shower heads like that. But the shower head at the inn we stayed in was so weak! It was so weak! Like, I felt like I had to stay in there for an extra 30 minutes just for my hair to soak. The we got a pressure's no good, the minute a refund. Oh, I wish. Not only was the water pressure so weak, when I came out of the shower, I still felt, you know? Because when I shower at home, I feel so squeaky clean, my hair is so smooth, my skin is so smooth, everything feels great, I feel clean. But at the inn, my hair feels coarse, dry? I don't know how to describe it, but it just doesn't feel right, you know? Same with my skin. So I don't like it. But also the hairdryer they provide, they're so weak! The hairdryer I had at home, it'd be blowing like, what, 30 miles per hour? It'd feel like I'd be walking outside and then my hair would be dry within 5 seconds. But the one at the hotel is just like a little breeze. It's like a whoo, whoo, whoo. Everything in this hotel weak or something? Yeah, I'd say that. Because even the fridge is not that cold. But it's cold enough. But I still like the hotel we stayed in, like, before that better. Like, when we went down to LA back in, I think it was February? Yeah, February. So, you know what? It's an experience. We find good hotels, we find bad hotels. We know which one to go to, we know which one to avoid. It's a good experience. One thing I can't say though, I do like the aircon in there. It's so nice. Anyway. that's a bit about the hotel. Notice stuff. Time skip to the very next day on Thursday. We went to a funeral. That was the reason why we were in LA in the first place before we actually have fun on our trip. We originally went down there for a funeral. It was for it was for my great grandfather's cousin. The twist, yes. Yeah, it was for my great grandfather's cousin, who I guess would be my great grand uncle. I'll be honest, I didn't even know that I even had any great grand relatives alive. I was unaware that I had relatives that are still that old. To be fair though, I've never met this man. I've never met that side of the family. So, yeah. Normally, funerals for relatives would make me like really emotional and really sad. But because I literally have no connection to this man whatsoever, I didn't really cry, but I did feel a bit of sadness just because everyone else was sad. I'm just an empath. So I was just there to show my respect to a family member that I really didn't know existed. But at least my mom knew everyone who was there. I don't know anyone who was there besides the family that I actually interact with once a year at least. So when these random aunties just came up to me and be like, "Oh my god, they look so much like you," to my mom, and then they start like touching my face and like just squishing my cheeks, and I'm just like, who? Who? You never got to talk to him about life like an interview. Yeah, shame. Here's the thing though, with that interview, the only reason why I managed to pass off as like an old person on paper was because I interviewed my grandmother for a Spanish project I had the year before that. So, yeah. So I already got most of the answers I needed. Don't ask me why it was for a Spanish project. I just had to interview someone. So I chose my grandma. I wish I had a grandparent I could have talked to. Honestly, it's same because, let's see. The grandfather from my dad's side passed when I was 1, so I didn't get a chance to really, get to know him at all. I think he saw me when I was a little baby, but I don't remember that. I was only, like, less than 1. Grandfather on my mom's side passed when I was like, what, high school? Middle school? I think middle school. I don't remember. But he also lived in Texas, and we really didn't have much contact with him. So I didn't really get to know him. And then both my grandmothers are in Vietnam, so we have a language barrier, and I don't know. Yeah. So I didn't really get to know my grandparents. Oop. I know my, grand aunties and grand uncles, but not my actual grandparents. So yeah, anyway, back to that. A lot of the aunties and uncles that I've never met in my life who I don't know existed just be like coming up to me and be like, "Oh my god, you look so much like your mom," and then they started like squishing my freaking cheeks like I'm a little baby and all that stuff. And heck, there's even like this elderly auntie who was looking at looking at me and my brothers and asked my mom who was the oldest, who was the youngest, and all that stuff. So when my mom told her that I was the oldest, that auntie had the most shocked and surprised face you could imagine, and then was like, oh wait, you're the oldest one? I thought you're the youngest one because you're so short. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know whether or not to take that as a compliment or an insult. Because in my mind, when I look at siblings, when I see the short sibling, I automatically assume that they are the oldest. Because for some reason, usually, the oldest sibling is the shortest one. But apparently this auntie had different ideas and thought the shortest was the youngest. I don't know if she assumed that I'm the youngest just because I'm short, or if it's also because I look young. I don't think I'll ever know now. But that was a thing. So anyway, after the whole funeral thing, we all went out to eat at a seafood place. Now, let me tell you, I'm not a big fan of a lot of seafood stuff, but I feel obligated to try everything that was there because we weren't the ones who paid for it. The ones who organized the funeral were the ones who paid for it, so it would be rude to, you know, not eat anything. So we went over to the seafood restaurant. I believe it was called Seafood Cove. I think it was right across the street from Football Talk. But still, anyway, I have this nice photography shot of the teacup on a plate. Sometimes I just see something and I make it into art. Therefore, we have this nice shot of a teacup on a plate with a blurred background. The first thing we had. Hi Title, welcome in. I hope you're well today. Food, yeah. I'm talking about my trip and most of it is just food, not gonna lie. Anyway, the first was basically almost like an appetizer kind of thing. This is trip to where I went to LA. Went to LA for a funeral and then Disneyland the day after that. Anyway, this is right after the funeral. We all went to a seafood place. The appetizer we had, this is the crab and asparagus soup. So like I'm trying to fudge with what the twist was it's for a funeral. Yes. That means I'm doing my job correctly. I have successfully deceived you all into thinking this was an only fun trip. But no, it was only half fun, half somber. So yeah, this was really good. I would highly recommend it. Crab soup with asparagus. I honestly didn't know that asparagus can be white. I only ever saw the green asparagus, so honestly I was surprised. Yes, what cuisine that is? This is seafood. This is a bunch of Asian seafood and all that stuff. So it was really good. It was really good. And if you're ever in LA around like the Vietnamese area and all that stuff, I would highly recommend Seafood Cove. It's really good. But yeah. So this is really good. Are you the type who isn't picky with food? Yeah, I'm not too picky. There are like certain foods that I would absolutely refuse to eat, but other than that, I'm not too picky. I need water. Yeah, I'm not too picky about what I eat. But honestly, there are maybe a handful of things that I refuse to eat, like eggplants. I absolutely refuse to eat eggplants. Just because my mom cooked it once. I didn't like the smell of it. Didn't like the taste of it. So, I didn't like it. And then, like, every time I think of eggplants or I smell it, I feel nauseous. I need to puke, you know? So keep that away from me. Vietnamese for my culture. Hey! Fellow Viet! Let's go! Yeah, Chinese eggplant dish is so good. I just can't stand eggplants. But yeah, we have that. And then I didn't get to take a picture of the entire plate because I may have forgotten. And because this is like almost like a if you guys have been to a dim sum with the family style and all that stuff, and it has like the rotating tables and all that stuff, yeah, I didn't really get a chance to take a picture of the full thing, but have a fried shrimp. No, yeah, but I'm Asian, so 0.5. Hey, let's go. Yeah, have a fried shrimp. This is really good. I really like shrimp. It's so good. I have high cholesterol. Shrimp is not good for me, but I still like shrimp. Anyway, what was this again? I think it was fried squid. Or just squid. Yeah, this was squid. Duh, it was really good. Not gonna lie, I'm not too big of a squid person, but I can eat it. Would I willingly eat it? Like, would I actually willingly make it for myself to eat? No, I would not, but will I eat it if it was given to me? Yes. It's one of those things where I would eat it if it's given to me, but I wouldn't willingly make it for myself. So then that's that. And then, I don't exactly know what this is, but I think this bowl is like noodles. I think like deep fried noodles or something like that. It's really crunchy. It's really good. I really liked it. The inside we got like broccoli, carrots, and I think those were scallops and mushrooms. Mushrooms? Not a big fan of mushrooms, but it really depends on how it's cooked. Like, if it's just, like, straight up mushrooms, then I wouldn't eat it. But if it's, like, if it's mushroom in something else, then I'll eat it. I hate scallops and clams. I can't stand the textures. Scallops and clams are also one of those things where I wouldn't make it for myself, but I would still eat it if it was given. So when I say, like, I'm not too big on seafood, I really just mean I won't make it for myself, but if seafood was given to me, then I'll eat it. For the most part. Clam chowder. I like clam chowder. One of my favorites is clam... It's like one of my college favorites. Clam chowder. Literally, my go-to emergency food when I'm in college was just clam chowder. Anyway. I think this one is like honey barbecued pork ribs. I absolutely love honey barbecued pork. It's so freaking good. It's basically like my entire childhood. Pho is sometimes nice, but I love me some banh mi. Oh, I love banh mi. It's so good. But if not pho, then I would love me some bún riêu. SpaghettiOs are better. Fight me? Nah, clam chowder. Unlike you, I didn't grow up on SpaghettiOs. I grew up on chicken noodle soup. And then, this is like the only dish that I didn't eat when I was there. I don't know what kind of fish this is, but it is a fish. These are fish. I don't know what kind they are. But I didn't eat it because, one, I don't like looking at it. And two, I don't like the smell of it. Like, as soon as they brought it to the table, my brain immediately went, nope, 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 nope. I don't like the smell of it. Nope, 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 nope. Like I said, I'm willing to try. I'm willing to eat. But this, like, for some reason, this dish in particular had me reacting the same way I would react to an eggplant. And that's not good. That's not good. You're not okay with this, but you're okay with how the fried shrimp look with its beady black eyes staring back at you. Yes, yes. And you know what? With the fried shrimp, I eat the whole thing. I eat the head, I eat the body, I eat its tail. It was very crunchy. No? No what? No what? The fish still had the bones in it. That is true. The fish did have bones in it, which is probably why I don't eat like most fish, just because of the bones. Like, no matter how good the fish is, I most likely probably wouldn't eat it if there are still a bit of bone inside, because, not gonna lie, it's a problem, but I'm a fast eater. So, combining me, who eats fast, that it's probably a problem, with fish with bones, it's not gonna end well. I'm gonna choke and die. The fish bone is going to puncture my esophagus, and I'm gonna die. Which is why I don't eat a lot of fish. Which is why I like sushi more. Yeah! Yeah, exactly! I love sushi, it's been so long. Like, sushi is the best. Salmon is the best. A lot of the other fish, they have like little tiny bones in it. Like, they claim to be boneless, but it's a lie. There's always that one tiny little bone in there. Salmon, yes. I don't know, how do you guys like to eat your salmon? Because I like mine, marinated in lemon pepper, and then fried. Or air fried. I was downing my plate, whatever was on my plate, bro. I could have died if I ate the fish. Yeah. The salmon steak? Ooh. That sounds... Yeah, if I had to pick a fish that was my favorite to eat, it's definitely salmon. And then after salmon is tuna. Those are my two favorite. Alrighty. And then probably not the most Asian thing, but we got steak. We got the little steak. They were so tender. They were juicy. It was delicious. I loved it so much. It was it was scrumdiddly yum yum. It was amazing. Hey, that's not seafood. I mean, this isn't seafood either. But yeah. It was good. I was eating the lettuce plating. Honestly, I don't blame you. Lettuce is good. You don't hear a lot of people saying it, but me personally, I like lettuce. So the lettuce was good. And then for dessert, we got this. I think it's Jaya something. It's like, this one has like mung bean, tapioca, and something else. I don't know what it is, but it was really good. To be honest, I thought this would be one of the cold ones, but I was surprised when it was one of the hot ones. But honestly, it's really good. I'm not a big fan of like hot desserts, but this is really good. Some kind of green stuff. Yeah, some kind of green stuff. My mom makes salmon by marinating in fish sauce, soy sauce, and more, and air fries it. Oh, that sounds good. We need recipes for salmon right here. Yeah. But yeah, I really miss this one. I don't know what it's called, but I really want to learn how to make it. It's so good. I really wanted the egg custard buns on the menu. Oh my gosh, same. I really wanted those. It's been so long since we actually had egg custard buns. The last time we had them, or the last time we went to a dim sum. But the last time we went to a dim sum, I was probably still in high school. Hey, double, it's the Callie! Hi, Callie, welcome in. I hope you're well today. Oh, yeah. I really miss this. Still don't know what it's called. I just know it has mung bean in it, and I really like mung bean. So, if it has mung bean in it, it's automatically good for me. Speaking of mung bean, it's been so long since I had a mung bean milk tea from 7 Leaves. It's been so long. I haven't had it since I was in college. Like, freshman year of college. I dropped out after freshman year. But yeah, mung bean milk tea. Food is so delicious. Yes. Mung bean means it's so good together, right? I just really like mung bean. And I don't know how much of the foods you've seen, but I'm just gonna like take a quick look at it. I also love banseo with fish sauce. I love banseo. We got like pho for dinner the night before, and then we got a crab and asparagus soup. We got a fried shrimp that stares at you as you eat and tear its head off. We got squid, scallops and stuff. Honey barbecue pork ribs. Fish that made me have the same reaction to eggplants or whatever. We got steak, and then we got jaya. It was so good. The closest thing I could find. The closest thing I could find was it's I got no accent marks. I don't know how to pronounce that, but even with the accent marks, let's face it, I don't know how to pronounce that. There are some Vietnamese words that I can read, but for the most part, I literally cannot read it. Like, there are a lot of things that I still can't pronounce just because I have an Americanized accent, so it just gets in the way. So anyway, after that, time skip to the next day. It's Disneyland Day. We only got 1 day to Disneyland with the park hopper, so we were walking all day. We didn't really get a long break. We didn't take a rest. We walked all day. But anyway, in the morning, we went to IHOP. I got an omelet, a chicken fajita omelet. And here's the thing, right? Here's the story. I asked for no cheese because I'm lactose intolerant, and it's literally a 50-50 on whether or not it will, act up. So I was trying to play it safe and have no dairy for the day. But first thing in the morning, for breakfast, the most important part of the day, you ordered a chicken fajita omelet with no cheese, but lo and behold, cheese! Cheese! And sour cream! We got dairy! Did you send it back? No, I did not! I did not send it back, as a matter of fact, because I'm socially awkward and I don't want to be an inconvenience, so I took it. So I just took it, hoped for the best, and prayed to God. I'm pretty sure I posted this on Twitter too. I forgot to give an update to that, but I won. I won the 50-50. Nothing happened. Whew. So yeah, that was my breakfast with a glass of orange juice. It was delicious, by the way. But honestly, I forgot how big the servings are at IHOP, so I got full pretty fast. Oh, but, I saved it for later. And then, this is what my mom got. She got strawberry banana pancakes. It was really good. Here's a nice shot of it. Do you think this is commercial worthy? I think it's commercial worthy. Look at that. Photography is my passion. It's so good. Speaking of which, I am going to IHOP again tomorrow with a group of friends. So I'm gonna have even more IHOP. And then we went to Disneyland. I didn't get a lot of photos there because I was just enjoying it. I didn't really take out a camera for that. But anyway, I thought this was pretty. This is like near the train and the fairy tale boat in Fantasyland and all that stuff. The food and food commercial ads are all fake, yeah. Yeah, I took a picture of this pretty arch because I thought it was really pretty, and I was just staring at it and wondering how the heck did they manage to maintain all the flowers like that? It's so pretty, what the fuck? The trade. The trade. Speaking of the friggin' trade, right? Here's a story. So, the worker who was operating the train right over here, oh my god, that guy was so good looking. Like, holy crap, it's illegal to look that good. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair. The moment that it was our turn to get on the train, his shift ended and he was replaced by a mid person! A mid guy! Man, this good looking, this fine looking ass man got replaced by someone who's mid as hell. We cry. We cry. That was the story. That was the story. Anyway, more art. But this one, it's vertical. We gotta get the sky too. We gotta get the image. Anyway, Small World. We love the Small World ride. It's unironically one of my favorite rides in the entire park. It's creepy as hell. The dolls are creepy as hell. But you know what? I appreciate it. I like it. These guys look like they're about to sacrifice me with the red lighting and all that stuff. We got a creepy ass hippo. Why is it built like that? Why is the hippo built like that? Anyway. We got the masks that stare at you. Like, literally, this one in particular has just been staring. We were making eye contact. It was creepy as hell. Look, here's one where he's, like, staring down at me. We were making eye contact. We had a connection going on. The only thing I could describe him to is Moist Critical, but with sunglasses. The sun. Oh, wait. Yeehaw, Cable. Anyway. Look at him, just sitting there. Menacingly. Peekaboo! It's the sun! It's our boy! It's our boy! It's the sun! It's a small world after all! Every time I go to Disneyland and every time I go to the Small World ride, I am obligated to take a photo of the sun. It's commemorative. A commemorative photo of the It's a Small World sun. There can only be one room for the one. It can only be one. I can speak. Oh my god. I'm dyslexic as hell. Oh my god. There can only be room for one cowboy in this saloon, doll. Literally. And then we got like a photo of the wheel, the swinging gondola, and all that stuff. Yeah. It's really pretty at night, let me tell you. This is like the attraction? Yeah, the attraction that most people take a picture in front of for their Instagram photos. And the funny thing is, it's not even in Disneyland, it's over on the other park, like California Adventures or whatever. It's not even in Disneyland. Like, they be in front of this photo, take a picture, like an Instagram-worthy picture, and then be like, oh my god, I am in Disneyland, but, bitch, you're not even in Disneyland for this photo. I forgot to speak, what else did you forget? I forgot how to sleep. I forgot how to wake up. I forgot how to live. I forgot what the sense of childhood was like. The water show was immaculate. The fire was the best part. Yes, the fire in the water show was great. But yeah, we got like the pretty swinging gondola. This is like my favorite, like one of my favorite attractions in like from both parks, because it like swings and all this stuff. At least the ones like in the middle, the ones on the edge are like just a regular Ferris wheel, but the ones in the middle right here, they do be swinging. My mom and my two brothers don't like that. I like it, but we didn't get to go on it. You forgot to send me the photos of dynamic poses? Oops. And then I got one that's in blue. It's really pretty. This was after the World of Color show. Let me tell you, the World of Color show, I highly recommend seeing it. It's absolutely beautiful. I loved it so much. It gives me a great sense of nostalgia. And funnily enough, the very first part of the World of Color show was pretty much like giving the trailer for Inside Out 2, which I believe was already in theaters for like maybe a couple days now. I want to see it. People say it's really good and all that stuff. So I really want to see Inside Out 2. But yeah. Oh yeah, we're back to the dolls. Anyway, that was our day at Disneyland. It was really, really fun and all that stuff. And then, the next day is just another free day before we drive back home. We went to, Before that, we went to a little shop that sells Jaya, so we got Jaya. There, I didn't take a photo of it, but oh well. But we went to a place that sells mostly a lot of bangkwon, but I got banseo because it's been forever. It's been forever since I've had banseo, and I saw it on the menu, so I was just like, oh, banseo. I want banseo. It was really good. It was heavenly. It tasted just like how I remembered it. It's funny because banzao was one of those foods that I wasn't a big fan of when I was like a small little child. I don't know why I didn't like it when I was a child. But then just like one day, just a random day, suddenly I wanted to eat banzao. It's like a door has opened up to my mind, and it was like, banseo is really good. You want the banseo? And then just suddenly, I like banseo. Remember when I saw the video, I guess there wasn't pho, bro, you gotta learn to eat something else other than pho. Every time we go on a trip, we always gotta look for a Vietnamese restaurant. Your banseo third eye opened, yes. I was enlightened. I might have, like, I don't know, meditated in my sleep, and my brain has just been enlightened by the wonderful dish that is banseo. Grinding Haga's Dara Relic sucks ass. Oh, no kidding. I've been grinding like literally one domain for the past 2 weeks. 3 weeks? What? I don't even remember anymore, but the relics are absolute shit. I got nothing good. Anyway, that's even more banseo. But from the top view, we got the fish stalls right here, we got the vegetables right there. I really like the lettuce. Give me the right relics for the person I want, man. Exactly. And then After that, we did go to the beach to just stand there and stare at the ocean because, in my mom's words, the ocean air is good for you. It make you healthy. You need more ocean air. And then we're on the drive back home, and then suddenly, the sky got dark. I was like, why is the sky dark? Is there smoke? Is there a fire? Mom didn't believe me when I said there's a fire nearby, by the way. But yeah, I was in the direction that we were going through. And then, like, we got closer. Well, look. A patch of sky. The smoke is getting a little darker over here. Huh. Oh, smoke. Woo. It was like that for a long while. And then... Whoa! Red! We see red! Well, orange! With a patch of sky! Orange! And then we got even closer. Whoa! Now we see a bit like more orange and reds. Maybe a patch of yellow right here. It's actually a fire. It's fire season in California, by the way. Yeah. We saw like a lot of helicopters. We saw fire trucks like along the way. Saw the firefighters wandering down the fire, but I still saw a tiny fire clinging onto a tree. Yeah, that fire didn't want to go out. I think they missed the spot. Yeah. So yeah, fire. And then we got to a rest stop area. And we can still see, like, the giant mushroom. The big poof. Whoa. Ugh. And yeah. I think that's a bird. Is that a bird? I don't know. But yeah, I also took this video of a crow, littering. Look at that. Look at this crow. It took out a bag. Drop. It fucking dropped the thing on the ground. Before I recorded though, it took out like a really big bag and just kinda threw it on the ground. And then it got its food out from the bag. Nom noms. Plastic bag just drifting away with the wind. And then it goes back. Huh, is there anything in that trash can? Any more treasures I could find? Oh, what's this? Paper. Elastic. Drop. I don't need that. Oh, it's going deep in there. Oh, nom nom the trash. Oh, it found something. It do found something. And then assert dominance on top of the trash can. Food in mouth. And then flies away. It was entertaining. But yeah. The photos I took of the snow kind of reminded me of when we go to Olympus Coliseum in Kingdom Hearts. Oh yeah? I'm being friends with the crow so bad. See, when I saw the crow, like, way before it started digging in the trash and it started recording and all that stuff, it was just standing there on top of the trash can, and I saw it and I thought it was a bad omen. I thought we were gonna die on the way home because of the crow that's just kind of sitting there. Good content, yes. Crow littering. But yeah. And then we got back home on Saturday night. And then I passed the fuck out for like 9 hours. Because I'm exhausted. Because I did not get to take a nap once during those days. Let me tell you guys, like, right now. All that walking is tiring? No kidding! That's what I was gonna talk about. Let me tell you right now, because we only have one day to go between, like, Disneyland and California Adventures and, like, make the most out of it, because let's face it, those things were expensive. Those tickets were expensive as hell, okay? And, like, because we only had, like, one day with the park, hope you were wearing comfortable shoes. Yes, I was wearing very comfortable shoes. We were pretty much walking for, like, most of the time. We only got, like, short rests for, like, maybe 5 minutes max. But we don't have a chance to long rest because both parks are pretty big, the lines are long, and we only have, like, from, like, what, 8 a.m. to 12 a.m., all that stuff. So we gotta make the most out of it for one day. And let me tell you right now, we started walking out of the hotel or the inn at like 6:30 in the morning to get breakfast. That's already like a 20-minute walk to IHOP, since the IHOP we went to is just right across from Disneyland. Yeah. Hey, where's the... I made a note of this. Where did it go? I know I calculated. Yeah, we started walking at 6:30, and then we got back to the inn at around 11:40. So if we were to calculate that, that's like 17 whole hours of walking, with very little short rests in between. So that was like the most I've ever had to walk in one day. And it was exhausting as hell, bro. My feet were hurting. Thankfully, it got better the next day. It just needed to rest. My feetsies just needed to rest a little bit. And then it got completely better after we got home and I passed out for 9 hours straight. And yeah. And you know, my mom is just built different. Because even after 17 whole hours of walking, she's not tired at all. She was completely fine. She was physically fine, and she could even go on for another who knows how long. And she'd still be fine. Meanwhile, I was already dying. She's just built different. And apparently I don't got them genetics. I didn't inherit those genetics. All the good genetics just whooshed past me. Yeah. It was fun regardless, but still. Don't womp me. Well, yeah. Also, a word of advice for those of you who are like me, who have travel constipation. Eat an orange, eat a tangerine, drink some orange juice, walk a little bit. It'll help. Cause that's the thing that I dread the most when I travel. It's the travel constipation. Like, there was a time where I literally couldn't shit for like 4 days because I was away from home, and it was terrible. It was terrible. But now I know. Drink orange juice. Eat oranges. It helps. Heck, even maybe convince your brain that you're comfortable in wherever the heck you are. Pretend like you're at home. Gotta placebo effect that shit. Literally. Or just have lactose. Easy, no longer constipated. That is true. Thanks for the hydrate and the stretch title. What? But yeah. Tips for those. Drink orange juice. Drink water. A lot of water. Oranges or tangerines. And take a walk. Anyway. So that has been my trip. It was eventful. Especially love the part when I get to tell you guys that I went on a trip and make it sound so fun, and then only to tell you that we originally went down to LA for a funeral. I remember when we waited for an hour in the Star Wars ride just for us to leave because something was holding it up. Yeah! Yeah! Like, we aren't, like, me personally, I haven't really gotten into Star Wars, so I literally know close to nothing about it. So I felt like I wouldn't be missing too much, but I decided, hey, let's just go on the rides just for the experience and all that stuff. Because we haven't been there before. So, like, well, to that particular, like, area of Disneyland before, because it was relatively new. Or at least since the last time we ever went together. We went there. It was fun. Like, the line was, like, pretty decent at the time we were there. So we were, like, probably, near the actual ride with a few, like, delays here and there. But then, right when we're probably, like, closest we could ever get to the ride, there was a huge delay. And we thought it would be one of those delays where it's like, oh, yeah, it's going to take like maybe 20 minutes to resolve or whatever. No. We were waiting there for a while. We were like waiting for a while that we actually we had to sit down. And we've been sitting for a long time. So we decided to just go back. Because we already spent like an hour of our time just waiting in line for that ride, only for us to not like go on it. So we were like, okay, you know what? Let's just keep walking throughout the park and just enjoy the rest of the day and all that stuff. And yeah. I've been watching Star Wars right now and we got logged out of Disney Plus. Yeah, I think Dad canceled our subscription. You just go on to totally legal websites. And yeah. Ugh. No. Yeah. Shame. Oh well. Anyway. Time is it's only like 12:23? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have time for Genshin. Because I believe that the new Archon quest is only like an hour and a half long. Which is honestly really short for an Archon quest, so I was very surprised. So yeah. Just short quest, hell yeah. Let me just open up thing. Oyo played. They decided to. Hoyoverse decided to make a new launcher where they have all their games on there, so I don't have to open up two separate apps now. They're all just in one app. It's great. Let's see. Did I Genshin Impact? Let me. Where's the? Whoops. Alright, I don't have audio on right now. Oops. Come on. I know. There we go. On Tramp. Hold on, I'm gonna need to change the thingy now. There we go. Alright, let me just play around with that. Let me change my team first, because I was fighting Arlecchino yesterday. I still don't have Cloran. I'm waiting till near the end of the banner just so I can scrounge up any Freemo gems I could possibly get, so I would have to spend less money. Because I lost to Tainari. I absolutely love that guy. I love Tainari. But now is not the time to lose. Alrighty. Let me just, turn that off. Oh wait, my thing wasn't even on an OBS. Ah! Is the audio fine? Can you hear the game? Can you hear him make biting noises? Yeah? Okay. Up, up. Oh, is this a new event? Primos! Who knows? I think by the time I finish the short Archon quest, I think I'll have enough for at least one wish, maybe? Yeah. Catherine. Blah. Why is it so freaking hot? Oh my god. Why is home so much hotter than it was in LA? What the heck? Like, as soon as we got home, we could immediately tell the difference in temperature compared to LA, and it's horrible. Anyhow. Yay! Archon Quest!
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
Wow! Who would have guessed? I've never heard of that classification before. But sure, we're happy to take this on. Which Archon do you need us to deal with today?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Oh.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
Because we're best at finding missing
I came
people?
across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Really?
Oh, that's us for sure.
Flattery will get you everywhere with Paimon. But I can't guarantee we'll be able to complete it either.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Huh, okay.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing.
Oh.
But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name?
Oof. Oh no!
If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all.
It's a ghost.
Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
I don't know, there are people out there. True, that would be a little strange.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Alright then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Yeah! Bedtime story. Oh, it's been so long since I've heard a bedtime story. I don't think parents nowadays even read bedtime stories to their children. They will never understand.
We made it to Vimara village!
This is
Why
not
don't we talk
woo-wah!
to some of the villagers to learn a little bit
This
more
isn't
about the
woo-wah!
mission
I
about.
can't parkour!
If this commission is really as challenging as Cather made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Bird. It was too loud. And it's nighttime.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
You sound shady.
No, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, dang.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm
So
sorry.
we're
I
gonna need.
didn't mean to sound short
We
with
need
you.
help finding
I
this
was actually
missing
just giving you
person.
my answer to your
Okay, so
questions.
do you know his name, where he lives, or any relatives? No, I don't know anything about him. We just know he's missing. So is he really ever missing in the first place? If you never knew who he was? What? Those three questions are a no-go then. Is there anything else you can tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Really?
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
Oof.
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye.
Are you sure about
And
that?
anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village? There's no way he would have been able to manage
I
that.
have a theory. He's actually a ghost.
Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
He's actually dead. And because this is an Archon quest with the Travelers, I'm going to theorize that the missing person that they're looking for is actually a Conrian ghost. A ghost from Conria. Oh. See, I was going to do the thing like how I do in Woo-Wah, where I jump, grapple, and then air slide. But I can't do that here.
Is that guests I hear?
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Yeah.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village.
Aww.
And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
Oh, damn.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we always figure something out. And then we encounter a crisis, and then we solve said crisis, and then all is
Well,
fine.
Traveler, what do you think?
There's probably more to this case than meets the eye. A lot of things are not adding up.
I think so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
Yeah.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
Could it be like what happened with Greater Lord Rugadavada? Like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Who are you?
You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
I'm sure we'll track him down. We'll certainly try our best.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Oh? Go to the place indicated by Atosa. Where? Oh, down? Here? Ah. Tree.
place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
Alone. I know that feeling
How
very
should I
well.
put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all.
Dude.
Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
Hey, you don't have to call me out like that, ma'am. I think I get what you mean. That's what family... I don't know about this one. I don't know about this option, my guy.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out.
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well... I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him.
Aw.
No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well.
Right? Bitrate, you good? Is the bitrate good? Oh, is it back to normal now? Huh. That was so weird. I think. Everything is fine. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Are we back? Is it good? Is the da normal now? It's like green now. Check, gotta check. Da 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 da. Not in the red anymore. Okay. Okay, that was weird. Right, so it's been going on for... Apparently, it was in the red for a while, like, before we even got to Dainslev, and I didn't even notice. And I didn't know how to fix it. Because even, like, maybe for, like, a minute or two after after clicking the stop stream button and all that stuff, the apparently it was still sending notifications to the discords, and it was still on the stream on in the stream manager, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? And then I got a little desktop notification saying OBS disconnected, reconnecting, and I'm just like, huh? I thought it was a Wi-Fi problem. I thought I was having like an internet connection problem, but I was still in Genshin. I could still open up my other tabs and all that stuff. So I was confused. Anyway, to summarize the events that happened between talking with the NPC and to where we are now, something. Yeah, you can rely on people. I have friends who will willingly listen to me, and I know you will too, and all that stuff. And then walking, missing person case, walking. Hey, Abyss Order. Hooah! Abyss Order. We fight the Abyss Order, and then walking, Dainsliff. And then here we are. This is like the 4th stream I watched the last 2 days where OBS crashed on the streamer. Oh heck! So I'm not the only one. It's just an OBS problem then. Fascinating. Oh. Is it because I didn't get it updated? Is it because I didn't update OBS? Is it because I keep postponing the update? Is that why? Do I need to update it after this? Probably. Now I'm just hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best. Cause it lasted for a good like hour and a half before it crashed on me. So I think it should be fine. Probably. Anyway. Man.
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way
Anyway,
to protect them is
we
by
got that
figuring
obstacle
what
out of the way
Abyss
now.
Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Okay, well, let's see where we can learn more of the villagers, and maybe after that you'll also owe us many answers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
You return to Vimara village to gather intel based on what you've learned. Excuse me. Ooh, the moon is so pretty.
Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well, then, how about the intel you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I want to have faith in her, in a manner of speaking, yeah.
I sense hesitation in your words.
Oh.
After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedderfolnir.
Who?
The Visionary. I'm loath to admit it.
Better for her.
He is
Hi
also
Tomo,
my
welcome in, I
kin,
hope you're well today.
my older brother.
His name's after a banned weapon in Gundam. Dainsliff. What happened between the two of you? What really happened in Conria back then?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Conria.
Oh, that
The
sounds epic.
wise Roptatir. The visionary Vedderfolnir. Gold, Rhindaughter,
Granddaughter.
the Foul, Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Granddaughter, as
No
in
matter
Albedo's
how
master?
eroded my memory may become, I will
Albedo's
never
creator?
forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Okay, Sasuke.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master.
Oh, so
And the
that's
one
where
we
that
just
name
learned
is from.
about, Dane's brother, Vetafolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow everything is connected. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in that ruin of Fontaine, the ones that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely the doing as well.
They were once people of great esteem.
And
in
stuff
Kalia,
is an iron-blooded
those
orphan,
who carried the
of
hopes
Rogan,
of the nation.
a massive metal
They were the
snake with
best of
so
their
much power
peers,
that shooting it
outstanding
carelessly
in their
disfigures the
respective
moon.
fields.
Oh, fuck.
Six of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the five of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one
Power.
of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then my sibling came into contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when
And
they
actually,
will
it's one of my
also
favorite
betray
things.
the
If you ignore the
entire
Gundam
world.
Geneva Convention, it's a Tomo's specialty. That's be hard to talk about all of this, but thank you for telling me,
Of course.
Dimitri.
As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Dosile and make a god or something?
Oh, heck.
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Whoa.
Traveler,
I met Paimon's
you were
voice
able
actor
to
a few
observe
months
your
ago. Oh,
siblings'
heck!
memories last time, yes?
Nice.
I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series
You're
of
real
issues
nice.
with the
I'm
ley
glad.
lines.
He seemed very sweet. Okay. And one of the things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Wait, in our commission here in Vimara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
Did you always have cat ears, or am I just... I mean, they're red panda ears, and now they're redeem. Oh shit. Oops. It was too late to press auto. But yeah, they're red panda ears, and they're redeem for like, what is it, like 20k or something? If it's redeemed, I keep it on the entire stream. Unfortunately, she had a sign saying, "Please don't touch the VA." I was like, do people really just come up and hug you? Everyone looked at me as if students said too often, "Damn." Yeah, people just don't have boundaries or no sense of personal space, and it's a bit concerning.
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Time skip. Ba 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 ba. It's morning. Ew, morning.
Oh, so tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday.
Mood.
It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
So you pulling for anyone in Star Rail? Yeah, I'm gonna be pulling for Firefly, who I believe is going to be released tonight. Yeah, tonight. Because today's maintenance day. Like the VA, and now I performed the King Death Cradle from Tekken. This joke because personal space and because not even I remember how to attack the Death Cradle.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Alright, where's Dimitri? Where's Yuri Lowenthal? Is he up? Oh.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
I'm going to try to get Ron May and Firefly, so naturally I'll probably get neither. Oh no.
Did something happen?
What's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
Oh.
Memories of him.
Swiping hand craves my blood.
Maybe you just talked too much about him yesterday? And
Me
you had
if
a
I
weird
don't get
dream or something?
Chlorand within the next few days with Freemo gems.
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Well, what exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Ah,
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
I forgot that Ruin Guards were once called field
Indeed.
tillers.
And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
What? How is that even possible?
Wait then.
Magic.
All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller.
Oh,
They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
is the eye still safe? What if that memory is real?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just
I was
yet.
going to skip
However,
it. I thought it would.
Considering
I
their
recently got
single-minded
Hine 'cause
pursuit
I
of the
have
eye, I would see an equal level
too
of
many banners
caution
are
is
too
in
close
order on
together.
our part.
Yeah.
Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
When banners are too close together like
so you're
that,
going
at
to
this
take
point
us
it's
to
just a
your
matter
village?
of who do I want more than the others. This guy's grade 6th grade Central. But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone is on our tail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted that memory in the first place. To force Dane to confirm the eye's location. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. Seems like he might already have a plan. Lead the way, Dimitri!
Of course.
Oh, it's all... Eh? All the... Eh? Surely it's not in the cave, right? It's not underground, right? It's actually above ground, right? Okay. What if someone follows us? Well, on Twitch they say thank you for the follow, but I get messages since a recent streamer was very rude, screaming, "Who are you? Why are you in my house?" Talk about great.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover.
Whoa,
that's
that
for sure.
portal wasn't there
Well,
before.
let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait.
Huh? Oh, I don't think he's okay.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Fail to notice stuff. That is true. That is also very true. Oh, portal gone. Now it's just rock. Oh, never mind. There's fog. Yeah, I think this is a sufficient team. Ah yes, blue flames, my eye of darkness dispels all barriers. I'm so cool. Okay. Whee! Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I see chests. Mushroom.
I see everything.
No, my sword!
Flicker.
Oh, there's more of them.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating
Recently
the
logged into a
mechanism over
Genshin, and I know it's been a very long time since I played because I forgot how to use wings. Oh no! Boom. Ooh, a chest. Don't mind if I do. Wait a damn minute. Hold on. Did the lock chest at the beginning ever unlocked, or am I just dumb? Cause imagine if they unlocked, oh shit! Okay, those aren't even chests. I'm blind. Damn it! I thought those were just lock chests, but no, they're just locked mechanisms. Ah, way to go! Yes. I'm a professional dyer. There's still a ledge there. Hey, field tiller. Wanna wake up?
Grow, grow, grow!
Ow. Start. Oh, the light that shines. Fascinating. Oh, the mechanisms are
Make
unlocked
sure
now.
all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Rotate device, rotate device. Nanny. Ah. I'm a
The
genius!
door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
It's supposed to get me to take a minute. It took less than a minute, but glad to know you have so much faith in me. This way. Candles. I trust you more than my neighbor's dog.
Looks like we can't
Is
go
that
any
good or
further.
bad? And it recently tried to kill me? Oh shit.
Be on your
What the hell?
guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Oh. Who are you? You're a new one.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Witness to destiny's inception. Vanguard of newborn fate.
This may hurt a little.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me lead you. Our bond is strong.
Oh, is this guy Cryo? Oh, he's dying. Alright, you put up a shield, he put up shield.
The process of elimination.
Commit to memory.
I'll settle this. This way.
Grow, grow, grow!
Grow, grow, grow. Ow. You missed.
Here you are.
Not that you missed. He actually dodged. There we go.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that we're in the
Really?
vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dane? What's wrong?
I was walking to my mailbox and I hear
Can you
screaming
feel
of a
that?
name. I look to the side, I
There's
see a
been a
dog
disturbance in
frolicking,
the
and I'm like,
mailbox.
huh, most people
Must be
don't
the
keep
work
their
of the
dogs.
Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
Frolicking is crazy.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Leave you here on your own? Will you be alright, Dimitri?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Whoosh. Jane does have a point. But something still feels off. What am I missing? Man, not even a dramatic slow door close, it's just whoosh. Oh. Who's there? The fist clank. Lumine!
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Oh! It's our twin! Anyway. I see it running towards me and it clicked. Ah, this dog is not frolicking. It's running straight towards me. This dog saw me down the street and was like, stranger must die. So my very limited knowledge of dogs kicked off.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Oh! Oh! Wait, do we not get a fight scene? Fight scene? No fight scene? No fight scene?
The ley lines are all out of whack.
Oh man.
We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
No fight scene.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
Hilly Churl lore. They seem strangely calm.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Food and butterflies. Here's something. I can't outrun a dog, so I'ma look as unintimidated as humanly possible. So the dog comes up and stop its barking as I was just standing there looking at it, chilling there. The dog lunged at me, and I'm like, ah, bet fist fight a dog. Here we go. What the hell? Oh my god.
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
It was someone's voice.
It sounded
Schizophrenic.
so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way?
Oh.
Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
Aww. I'm gonna take your food. Oh, this is... Oh. Well, I can't escape it now.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too. The hilly trails are calm.
Calm.
You see, we're both still here.
Huh?
We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
That voice again. It got startled that I got startled and backed off at this point. It's about a solid minute of this dog and me wondering who was dying when the owner finally caught up and took him away. What the heck? So it's just a matter of fist fight. Who's going to hit first? You? You? Wait, who's dying? I don't know. Is it you or is it me? Trampy.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered, softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people." When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story.
Dang, Hilly Churl lore go crazy.
Well, now that the Hilly Churls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least.
The lady was screaming, he doesn't bite, which is as comforting as fire won't burn if you don't touch it.
Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
It don't bite. Yes, it do. Talk to Amadia. Da, 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 da. Up we go to the village elder.
Grandpa Amadea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
I was bit by a dog when I was bit by a dog when as a child. Oh shit. I was chased by a dog when I was biking back home from school, and like back in elementary school. And it wasn't even like a big dog either. It was one of those like tiny crusty white dogs. Don't remember the breed, but it loved me so much I wanted my rib as a souvenir. Oh no!
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
The big dog?
Hmm?
Oh shit.
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
Oh. You don't remember? Things just got even more complicated. Oh my god.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing person mission.
I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
What?
Alright. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea.
Huh.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
I'll probably thigh high to me now, but I was 5 when I was attacked, so that dog is practically as big as me. Oh, damn! Yeah, everything is so much bigger when you're like 5 years old. It's too early to say. Wish I'd check in with the others first. Too early to say.
We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Alright, random villager. I've got questions for you. And your answers better be good, because everything is confusing now. Now, where are you, random villager? Here. Oh, there he is. Baram.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
I don't know, you tell me.
Just as expected.
Alright, villager, I have questions. Do you have a daughter? Is she single? Does she have car? And does she need courage?
He's he's around 20 years old, and you said he
Almost
was a
back
kind,
at it again with the
warm-hearted
car
person?
insurance.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Have you seen him recently? Do you know where he went?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village.
Ah,
There was someone else with him, too.
gotta cast my
They
net
couldn't have gone
wisely.
far.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him?
Fascinating.
Maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I'd say it's far more likely that this is related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully. What's really going on? Oh no, okay. People have forgotten about the missing person.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadevada, no one remembers him. Because there's been a change in people's memories.
We've returned to a point before the disappearance took place.
If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing.
We are presently traversing someone's memories.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Right. Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
That was a scary time.
That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
It's a memory after all. Okay, if we really are in someone's memory, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
Implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell. Before I continue forward, I need to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to put on the BRB screen and put on like a 1 minute ad break. Yeah, 1 minute ad break. And then we will go back, interpret, and yeah. Alright. In the meantime, within this minute, probably two, I don't know. Everyone can go stretch, get some water, and yeah. BRB. Alrighty. Alrighty. Back to where we were before. The weakness in the missing person's abilities is scenes from the false memories will not change.
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village, but I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location.
Time does not pass within false memory.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
False memories are easily forgotten.
There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Perhaps it has something to do with time.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing!
Fascinating.
That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
Ah. We considered this in conjunction with what we already know. Then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. Whose memory is this place? Probably not Atosa? Love.
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
Paimon, what are you doing being smart? Go back to being emergency food.
Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. Could it be that it's happened more than once? We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the missing villager, but it turns out we're at a moment in time before the village issued the commission.
Surely it's gotta be Atosa, right? Yeah.
Oh, right!
Haha.
That's exactly what Atosa described!
Speaking of which, I called the VA emergency food. Oh no!
Oh, come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
Let's go to the tree.
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
To the tree. That's where they'll be. That's where they'll be. Let's get them answers, and we can be free.
There's no rush. I'll have another talk with them.
Oh, who that?
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong.
Who is that? Oh my god. Hello, sir.
Live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Smash.
Are
Respectfully.
those your friends over there?
We finally found him. Why does he kind of look familiar? Does he look familiar? We would have remembered if I met someone as good looking as this guy.
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
You're... Oh! Factoring in the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else, you need to think of the one person that can connect all of this together. Thar Alberic.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality.
The visionary
Dane's brother. One of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss.
I showed up for the tornado. I showed a lot of her legs and I've been Azurus. Posters. Oh wow, did you want me? Doesn't Dainsleif have the same eyes? Yes, because he's from Conria. The people from Conria have the same eyes.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate.
Oh! And he has the scarf.
You're... Kari.
No, wait, he was the Hilly Churl! God damn.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then.
So is this his form before he got turned into a Hilly Churl, or did something happen to the Hilly Churl from that he turned back into a human? I need answers.
This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her.
Lots of water.
But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Words. It'll be loading for a long time. Oh. Whoosh. Ooh, this place pretty. The proof of existence. Oh, I can't jump. Oh no, he became a Star Rail character. Harry Bear. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived.
Respectfully smash. Due to reasons, I would like to marry this guy. This is a rare opportunity for me as well. To try to learn as much information from Caramel as I can. What exactly happened to you? What exactly is the Loom of Fate?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension.
Here's what you do, and let me guess, car insurance.
Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate. But, despite his intentions for me...
Oh, woe is me, I have
truly
this
became
really
the Loom of
expensive
Fate.
car and no insurance.
It was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion.
Oh.
The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
Tell me, in literally so many series and other stuff, why is it that the most good-looking character is always a dead one? Why are they always dead? Carabert is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and
Testing your
implant memories.
character.
But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
I literally want to smash this man.
Once fully completed,
I'll smash him
the
in my
moment it
memories.
gains the power to weave ley lines,
In my dream.
it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
Don't mind me taking screenshots. So what is the source of your ability to implant memories?
Yes, I have the ability to control the
Unrelated
loom in its
subject, check out this
semi-completed form.
unmarked grave.
I
Oh
suppose you can think of it as
no!
a form of
No!
compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Carabert through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Amara Village. But why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
You need life insurance? Well, that's why. I've never guessed. But, is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living? Well, I mean, you can't exactly live when you're dead.
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like
Aw,
if I could live
besties.
alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. ... Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
In the end, it all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Conria back then. I know. You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know.
Your life ended a long time
There's
ago and
nothing I
Lotus
can
still
do to make them
never.
find me.
Shut up.
If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
As I understand, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believed you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I've found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight's sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Huh? What? The Loom of Fate is already complete? That means the eye of the first field tiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine.
Oh my god, Tomo, what the fuck?
Exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess.
Oh.
He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But he never handed me the eye.
That's right.
This message
Because
is
in his
highlighted because I'm
mind,
rich.
He had given it to you already.
Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that when?
Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Oh, so that's what happened. So when Dane froze up back then, it was because of a false memory being implanted in his mind. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
So, Dane had the eye this whole time, until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Oh yeah, it was tragic.
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster.
My father-in-law, yes I know.
That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest. To implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So the thing that caused the hilichurls to calm down back then was Care Bear's story. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
It's a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I like to take a minute to just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became a monster in a game called Genshin Impact. Perhaps I think it was very meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Oh. Cutscene. Symbolism. Bitch! Bruh. Come on.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Lumine! We've been holding out for our lives. Oh no. It's not real!
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
They're actually talking? They're actually gonna have a conversation?
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
I almost can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough.
How long has it been? 4 freaking years? Yeah.
The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What exactly are you planning? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time. Before the Heavenly Principles awaken.
The Heavenly Principles are still asleep?
Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the Cataclysm in Conria. There's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes?
Yeah. It's
Such
tragic.
a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation.
Principles, no, I don't want to go back to school. You can't make me.
However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit.
And we still don't know what a hilly churl looks like underneath that mask.
He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it.
Just look at Kari Bear, Luffy. That's how Lotus was.
Ask
Shut up.
yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that.
Literally, everyone just calls him Traveler. Even Paimon.
There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers.
Thanks
at the
for the
end.
hydrate.
Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together.
Hydrate, you need it after using your water for the tears.
You told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom.
Thing I can never understand. Why is my car insurance line now?
to have a place like that suddenly appear before me.
I don't know. I don't think your car insurance would work on Genshin characters because they don't got cars.
Well,
They probably don't even know what a car
did
is.
you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean
You might want to try your luck with Star Rail characters.
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer,
When they do, how fortunate will it be that they have it?
I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
Glitch.
what's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer.
Shit.
In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
What? Nah! Nah! Bro, what?
Everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
Nah, that's fucked up!
You're only telling me this now?
Bitch! What? Nah! I hate it here. I hate it here. Life is cruel. Life is a bitch.
So sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
He never changes, does he? I'm having trouble thinking straight right now.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Kara Bear and I talked for a while. He told me about the Luma Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Kara Bear all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
Funny story, right? I don't remember. Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? Not sure why, but it almost feels like I lost something.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family,
Bruh.
apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
So that's how Cara Bear said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Bruh. That is a unique name. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Our bear is gone. The loom of fate is now complete. And no one else will try to change the village's memories.
Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened.
Hey, we remember all of this. Sucks you can't remember your loving sister.
Now, so she's probably at the
They finally got to sit down together and have a conversation in each other's companies for the first time in 4 years, only for them to forget it all. Only for that conversation and that peaceful moment to never exist. It's a tragedy. Look for Atosa. Oh dang, she's all the way over there. Up. Genshin gave us touching reunion of the twins. You have them be so peaceful, having a conversation, having a heartfelt conversation, just talking their hearts out. Only for them to never remember, and that the reunion never existed.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget him. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right? Okay, I'll admit it. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I?
Oh!
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I am sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye!
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Curry Bear?
Right. What was it that happened? Can't remember. Huh. Feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
looks so immaculate in that photo. What the fuck? Why are you dead? That's right, play the Titanic, Blue, because I'm drowning in my tears.
Emotional.
He only showed up for what, like 30 minutes? God damn it. Oh, universe, why? I hate it here. Group photo from an unknown type. Wait, where that group photo? Can I put it in my skills? You know why? Why? Why would it be okay? Oh yeah, that counted as like ooh. Mission team. Pretty voice in a few hours. The sun will rise. No. Bruh. Emotionally damaged. Of course, that's what I would expect from a Hoyo game. But still, they don't gotta make that dead NPC so friggin' fine, you know? That's unfair. That's just cruel. They just gotta make the most beautiful ass NPC to ever exist. And only for him to be a dead man and gone forever. I hate it here. Crying. I'm tear bending. Oh my god. Alright, where's the... I have one wish, maybe two wish. Stop making dead people that it makes me sad because it's a tragic loss of life. What? Yeah, sure, whatever. Two wish. Damn. One wish. Damn. Please, I just want my wife. So I got a photo, right? So that means I can put the picture in the frame, right? Get a book and a post. I got a photo, right? I got photos. I have photos. Where's my room? These ones have my favorite memories. So, is it in here? Can I not put it in here? Where's that photo, bro? Where did that photo come from if I can't even put it in here? Dang, that's a lot of hangouts. I never realized. Oh, I didn't even do Linhat's. Oops. Wait a damn minute. Where the fuck is that photo if it doesn't even exist? Are you kidding me? How dare you give me something that might not even exist? Better be in here. Okay. Why can't I just save this to my gallery? I want to hang this up. God damn it. Also, why didn't it just give me a little notification right there? What is this? Oh, I don't even remember getting that, to be completely honest. I don't remember that either. I don't remember a lot of this stuff. Where did these all come from? I just have random stuff in my inventory. The flower crown. Cry. I cry. They don't gotta do me like that. This is just a cruel world. A cruel, cruel world. Anyway. Well, we ended on that note. How dare you have shoes? Can't jump. Just stare. Contemplate your life. Why do things happen the way they do? Why do the devs do this to us? Just why? Why? In all honesty, forgetting the reunion is probably the kindest thing that could have happened for them. For the twins, yeah. But for us as the viewers, it's heartbreaking. Meaning after so long and getting separated again would be heart-wrenching for the person. And it's probably the best case scenario for them. Worst case scenario for us. Emotionally damaged. I don't know what would make me feel better. Wait, I can't even access. Wait, I need to leave the teapot. Go to the Statue of the Seven at Mondstadt. In Windrise. Because that's, for some reason, that's always my go-to statue. It's raining. Oh. The weather is displaying my emotions. This is very fitting.
Sounds good to me.
Anyway, obligatory stare at Kazuha until I find someone to raid. Have a Kazuha. Please stare at my husband. Please appreciate him. At least he's still alive. And well.
Compared to the storms I've encountered out at sea, this is really quite tame.
Really now. It's pretty basic hurts. What the
Wherever
fuck?
in this world I go, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Okay. I see that you are on at this hour like usual. And because I don't know anyone else who's on right now, other than you.
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Alrighty. I'm gonna send you guys over to
Clear weather all
over
around,
to
that was the
Cali.
part.
Yeah. Emotionally damaged. Crying. Classic
Wherever in
Hoyo
this
game
world I go,
reaction.
I carry memories of my home.
And yeah.
This blade.
You're
It is the
streaming
last link
Star
I
Rail
have
Pulse
to the
later
land
today?
of my
Probably
birth.
not. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm probably gonna have to wait till maybe Friday. Because I don't think I'll do it tonight. Tomorrow I'm out with friends. Thursday I'm out with friends. So Friday, most likely. Yeah. So yeah, gonna send you guys over to Callie, who is most likely going to be playing Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, at least according to the category. Yes. So anyway, before I queue up the raid and all that stuff, if you haven't already, feel free to join the Discord where you can get live notifications, weekly schedules, and overall hanging out with the community and all that fun stuff, and checking out all the other content creators who hang around in there. And then, speaking of content creators, you should check out the rest of the members of Project Radiance. They are super kind, very wholesome, very welcoming. I'm sure you guys will love it over there. And then if you're ever interested in commissioning me for some art or whatever, or just to drop me a follow, because that does help me to get verified over there, here's my VGen page, so feel free to check that out if you want to. And then we have the raid message! The raid message, yay!
Wherever in this world I roam.
So yeah, if not Kingdom Hearts on Friday, then Star Rail on Friday. Or maybe I'll just do the thing where I just pull for Firefly and then switch over to Kingdom Hearts. Who knows? I don't know. We'll just have to see. And yeah. And then probably sometime after stream, I am going to be posting up the announcement that I have announced earlier this stream, so be on the lookout for that on Twitter. It'll be great. About a Kingdom Hearts bundle Steam after exams. I'm just broke. This new raid message, I've been dragged here against my will. I mean, go ahead. And yeah, be on the lookout for Twitter for the announcement post that I've pretty much already announced at the beginning of the stream before I talked about my trip and all that stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Alrighty then, queuing up the raid. Go say hi to Callie, who's very nice, very sweet. I'm sure you guys will love it over there. And yeah.
This scenery is wonderful.
Alrighty guys, I guess I will be seeing you on Friday for probably Star Rail / Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I didn't make a schedule this week, so Noot. Alrighty guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. May the stars light your way. Bye bye.